In today's world, the pursuit of perfection dominates our lives. We are constantly exposed to idealized images, flawless faces, picture-perfect homes, and curated social media feeds that create an illusion of a world without flaws. This endless chase leaves many feeling exhausted, unfulfilled, and anxious. But what if we've been chasing the wrong thing all along? What if real happiness comes not from striving for perfection, but from embracing imperfection? Enter Wabi Sabi, the Japanese philosophy that offers a powerful antidote to the pressures of modern life. The concept of Wabi Sabi is explored in the book Wabi Sabi, Japanese Wisdom for a Perfectly Imperfect Life by author Beth Kempton, who explains the history and philosophy behind Wabi Sabi and offers practical solutions to escape the pursuit of perfection and embrace imperfection. By appreciating the beauty of flaws, we can break free from the unattainable ideals that drain our energy and instead find peace in life's natural imperfections. Stay with me until the end, because today we're diving deep into Wabi Sabi's history, philosophy, and real-life applications. You'll discover how this simple yet profound perspective can reshape the way you see yourself, your relationships, and the world around you. Society has conditioned us to equate success with flawlessness. Advertisements portray happiness as being surrounded by beauty, wealth, and social validation. People pour time and money into improving their physical appearance, upgrading their surroundings, and crafting the perfect online persona. The pursuit of perfection is not only impossible and exhausting, but it is also unnatural, as it strives for a faultless existence with perfectly symmetrical features. Yet, despite these efforts, dissatisfaction prevails. The more we strive to meet these impossible standards, the more we feel inadequate. The cycle is endless, always seeking, never content. Psychologists refer to this as the hedonic treadmill, the phenomenon where we achieve a goal, experience brief satisfaction, and then immediately set a new, higher target. This keeps us in a perpetual state of chasing something that will never be enough. But what if we could step off the treadmill? What if we could shift our focus from chasing an illusion to embracing reality? That's where Wabi Sabi comes in. To understand Wabi Sabi, we must go back to 15th century Japan. At that time, the ruling classes displayed their wealth through extravagant tea ceremonies, using elaborately decorated Chinese porcelain. The more ornate the setting, the more prestigious the host. But one Zen monk, Murata Shuko, saw things differently. Instead of expensive, flawless ceramics, he chose simple, handmade Japanese pottery, rough, irregular, and natural. His approach transformed the tea ceremony from a display of wealth into a ritual of mindfulness and humility. His successors further refined the concept, emphasizing minimalism and nature's transient beauty. They introduced elements like asymmetrical tea bowls, weathered wooden trays, and dimly lit rooms, creating an atmosphere that embraced imperfection rather than hiding it. This shift wasn't just about aesthetics, it was about philosophy. The essence of Wabi Sabi was born, not as a fixed ideology, but as a way of experiencing the world. The term Wabi Sabi consists of two words with evolving meanings. Wabi, originally associated with solitude and simplicity, Wabi now conveys the beauty of imperfection, asymmetry, and roughness, found in nature and handmade objects. Sabi, meaning the bloom of time, Sabi represents the beauty of aging. Faded fabrics, cracked pottery, and weathered wood that tell a story of their journey through time. Together, Wabi Sabi embodies the acceptance of impermanence and flaws. It teaches us that life is not meant to be perfectly controlled, but appreciated as it unfolds, naturally and imperfectly. The concept of Wabi Sabi can be described as an experience that embraces the imperfections and impermanence of life, and it is characterized by the use of simple, natural, and imperfect elements, such as drinking tea at a partial or clouded moon. Think about your favorite old book. Its worn cover, dog-eared pages, and fading ink make it more meaningful. not less. Wabi Sabi urges us to see the same beauty in ourselves and the world around us. Throughout history, great thinkers have questioned the pursuit of perfection. Plato suggested that perfection exists only in the realm of ideas, never in reality. He argued that perfection could not exist outside of the realm of thought, and an ideal can only exist in our minds, while the rest is just a replica. And the transient nature of the universe means that even near-perfect imitations will eventually fall apart. Lao Tzu warned against striving too hard, comparing it to an overfilled cup that spills over. Even nature itself shows us that perfection is unsustainable. A perfectly still pond is lifeless, whereas a rippling, ever-changing one teems with life. The paradox of perfection is that the more we seek it, the more fragile and artificial our lives become. Relationships, for example, thrive not on flawless harmony, but on resilience, understanding, and growth through imperfections. Creativity flourishes in the unexpected, not in rigid precision. When we embrace Wabi Sabi, we stop resisting life's natural flow. We accept that nothing is meant to stay pristine, and in doing so, we find peace. Wabi Sabi isn't just an abstract concept, it's a practice. Here's how you can incorporate it into your daily life. 1. Reframe your perspective on beauty. Instead of seeking flawlessness, find charm in the imperfect. Appreciate the wrinkles in your hands, the cracks in your favorite coffee mug, or the uneven edges of a handmade object. These imperfections tell a story, making things unique and meaningful. 2. Simplify your environment. Wabi Sabi aligns closely with minimalism, but it's not about sterile perfection. Instead of constantly replacing old items with new ones, cherish the things you already own. Embrace asymmetry and the natural aging of your possessions. 3. Slow down and observe. Mindfulness is a core aspect of Wabi Sabi. Take time to appreciate the small, fleeting moments. A raindrop rolling down a window, the way sunlight filters through leaves, the sound of wind through trees. These moments are temporary, yet deeply beautiful. 4. Accept your own imperfections. Stop measuring yourself against unrealistic standards. Your scars, your past mistakes, your quirks, these are not flaws but parts of your unique journey. Just like a weathered stone or a faded photograph, your imperfections make you who you are. In a culture that glorifies perfection, Wabi Sabi offers a radical alternative, a life of acceptance, authenticity, and peace. As Marcus Aurelius observed, even nature's imperfections, like a loaf of bread cracking in the oven, have their own beauty. Instead of resisting life's inevitable changes, we can find contentment in them. To appreciate imperfection, one solution is to set up a living environment in a perfectly imperfect way, which involves embracing simplicity, asymmetry, and not replacing old items with new ones, and instead making an inventory of the things we have, removing what we don't need and cherishing what's left. The minimalism of Wabi Sabi lies in asymmetry, not being overly tidy, and not replacing old items with expensive new ones. Living creatures are supposed to age, and everything created is supposed to break, which is the natural order of things, and it can be asked if there is anything more perfect than a consistently imperfect unfolding of nature. Ask yourself, what if your flaws were not shortcomings, but signs of a life well lived? Wabi Sabi reminds us that nothing is ever truly finished, nor should it be. Life, like art, is in constant motion. Instead of chasing an illusion, let's choose appreciation. Let's embrace the worn, the imperfect, the beautifully unfinished aspects of our world and ourselves. So what's one imperfection in your life that you can start appreciating today? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a reminder that imperfection is beautiful. Thanks for watching, and remember, there is beauty in imperfection. See you in the next one.